Hello everyone at Enchanted Emerald. This is Melissa bringing you a reading here this Saturday evening, May the 6th, 2023. And out of the traditional Rider-Waite deck, we have the Death card making an appearance with the Lovers card in reversed. Okay, so yes, the energies have been a little bit intense lately. This is just a signal here that, yeah, you're probably feeling the transformation energy coming in for you. And I feel as though the Six of Swords coming in at the bottom of the deck here, really feeling these cards are all just showing us that this is really challenging energy. You could be feeling that there's been some discord around you. Maybe perhaps you've had run-ins with people. Maybe you've been feeling a little bit apprehensive about things. Really feeling like, yeah, you've had these disagreements with people. It's almost as if you are in shock about it. Maybe you're feeling a little bit like, this is unbelievable, right? Like you're almost in denial about it, but there's some level of disbelief about the whole thing because I feel like things are happening fast. And so it's really hard to get a grasp of everything. There's a lot of turmoil right now, but the root of the problem, what I'm sensing, is that there could be some sort of a disconnect between you and another party where maybe one party was more invested emotionally than the other party, and really what I'm feeling is that there are issues at hand where one person felt that this was more important than the other person, and that whole level of being a little bit less invested kind of like really put a strain there, and now it is kind of led up to this. And so ultimately things are starting to crumble a little bit. And I get the sense here too that it's almost like there's traumatic events around it where it's happening so quickly, like it's happening almost seemingly out of nowhere, that it could be almost like a tower moment, right? Where you feel like you've built everything from the ground up and you've built this beautiful life, and now you're like, yes, this is everything I've ever wanted, and you feel like it's built on a really solid foundation. But I'm feeling like that foundation may not be so solid because way back in the beginning, perhaps you had a conversation with this person, you thought that you were on the same page, and yet you really weren't. And so perhaps this person thought that they could bring that same level of commitment, that same level of investment, and yet maybe they fell short of that, or maybe they put that out there that I'm with it. I am bringing the same level of energy. I'm on the same page with you. I agree with that, when in fact they had this little notion inside that maybe they couldn't commit to that, but they didn't want to be open. So maybe they were lying to themselves about that, or maybe they really put that energy out there knowingly. But whatever that is, it's really kind of led to this place now where you could really be kind of feeling a little bit out of control, where you could be feeling as though I'm kind of questioning myself now, like, where did I go wrong? What did I do? But now know that this takes more than one person, and so you cannot take the responsibility and accountability for everything here, okay? So again, I really am very drawn here on the flag, and what is on that is the Tudor rose. And so with that, it's really, accentuating the fact here that you cannot have light without the darkness. And so you have to kind of go through this purification process, if you will, where you are starting to light up all the dark spots, right? What is happening within you, and I'm getting big chills with this, what is happening within you now as a result of everything externally, where this could be happening for a purpose, right? Very purposeful, in lighting up all of that darkest part of yourself, right? bringing all of these shadows into the light now. So where is it triggering you? How is it triggering you? Why is it triggering you? Because that is what that purification process is, right? Almost as if it's like shaping you and molding you into who you were meant to be all along. And so this is like removing all the things that you cannot take with you going forward, right? It's stuff that's kind of lingering in the darkest parts of our mind and our hearts. And now it's not in alignment with who we're meant to be. And so, we can't have that weighing us down. We can't take that with us going forward. And so what happens is we have to transmute that. We have to bring that up now so that we can heal it and release it. And so it's taking up a lot of space in there, and that's keeping us from bringing in those new opportunities and manifesting new things, or maybe even as we coming to some new realizations about ourselves, about what we've been through, about our strength, our power. And so this is what this is all about. And so I really feel that some of this purification process, some of these wounds that we have, these emotions that we've hidden, or these emotions that we are carrying with us from the past, I have a sense that it's almost as if we are using this as some form of our identity, where we are carrying that with us, these emotions, and identifying with them and integrating that into our identity as who we are today as a result of who we have been in the past. Now, that's true, right? We cannot be who we are today if we haven't gone through all of those things, right? But what happens is when we're afraid to let that story go and integrate the lessons and keep the lessons and then move forward from that, we can sit in a space where we can become a victim. And when we're sitting in that space, a victim to that story, it brings a lot of resistance in terms of creating change for ourselves. And so this is where we want to really kind of upgrade our computer, our mind, our heart, right, so to speak. And so we want to allow ourselves to drag this out, and really get in touch with our emotions, get in tune with our emotions, understand why we might be feeling triggered by that and where that might have originated from to begin with in the past, and perhaps maybe even into childhood, and then send that love and light and allow yourself to sit with that emotion, cry, however you feel the need to express, write yourself a letter, whatever it is that you feel called to do. Sit with that emotion so that you can feel it, because that's the only way to be able to heal it, right? So we have to go through it to be able to release that. And so then as you do that, we can start to kind of then integrate these lessons into our being, in our body, and then we become that upgraded version of ourselves with the integrated lessons. And then we won't be holding on so tightly to the past. We won't be overly identifying to the things of the past, but then we will be standing in our present, our eternal now, as we are today, presenting. And so then we can move in our new directions, our new opportunities, a more empowered version of ourselves. And so this is where I feel, even though this looks a little bit, daunting, this reading, is that on the other side of this, there's really, really great blessings coming in. A lot of happiness at hand here for you on the other side of this. And so I really feel like, even though this is, okay, so the Death card is the number 13. And I'm really drawn to the number 13 on that as well. Now, some people will hear the number 13 and think that that is a bad omen. With this, the number 13, I'm really sensing here that you could find that your external world could look like a complete shit show. And you will somehow find a way to find humor in all that you're going through, whatever situation that you're going through. You could find maybe that your energy might be shifting. Your energy could be feeling a little bit lighter as time goes on, and you could find yourself feeling a little bit more in the flow, mostly because you have no choice but to surrender, right? Because you have no control of these external circumstances. So you're just going with the flow. You're doing what you have to do every day to get through this all. But I really feel with this number 13 that there's power in that, right? I feel, because you break that down in numerology, 1 plus 3 is 4, and I'm really feeling as though this is a big signifier for our stability, right? A lot of stability to follow through with this. And so, I feel like you could find things working out for you in the most auspicious of ways. I really feel that that's mostly because you are being supported in the spiritual realm, and so you could find that things are working out and you're finding yourself one step ahead of the game every turn, and so that is because it is divinely orchestrated as such. And so extend your gratitude as necessary and be thankful, just be thankful for that, and keep on the lookout for signs from the angels, whether you're seeing repeating numbers, 111, 333. But I think that too, knowing that you're fully supported can also just bring some sort of a peace of mind with that. I do think that things will work out better than expected if you take some time also to focus on your self-care, because if you just get lost in focusing on all the things that aren't going wrong, and then you're not taking care of yourself, things can kind of take a tumble. But again, getting in that flow where you have no choice but to surrender, but then also taking time to do what you need to do for yourself always tends to help in terms of manifestation, and to make sure that you're doing what you have to do for yourself. I think that it really can add a lot of fuel to the fire and the energy in terms of things working out for the best for you. So taking some time to focus on your self-care, whether that is going for walks, being in nature, doing exercise, drinking lots of water, picking healthy foods, whatever resonates for you, really making sure that you're doing those things, going for a massage, those type of things are really important to get through this energy and through this time for you as well right now. If you're just needing some extra rest and you need a self-care day to just sit and catch up on your favorite shows because they make you laugh, that's good too. So again, with this, I do feel much stability will be coming in for you. You just have to get through this little bit of a rough patch. So the key here is to stay determined at all costs, okay? Know that you just have to push through, and on the other side of that, there's really beautiful energy here for you. It's about turning your pain into your strength and using your courage, really, finding beauty through that, extending your courage and really, again, embracing your power. And I think that that's really something that's going to be a key here in allowing yourself to blossom. So beautiful read here for us for today, and I do so hope that this resonates for you, and thank you so much for tuning in. As always, I will be back with another read for you guys again soon. Thank you so much. Take care.